Hi, my name is Ali Zaidi. I am President Biden's National Climate Advisor. I'm here in Chicago to learn about how we can accelerate the transition to clean energy, tackle climate change in a way that empowers our workers and addresses environmental injustice. Day one, executive order the president signed, he created this Energy Communities Interagency Working Group, and he put in charge the director of his economic council and the head of his climate team. Really here to just learn from folks. I'm the president's climate advisor, but a big part of the job is just to get everyone else's voice and carry it in to him.
Hi, I'm Nuri Medina, and I'm the director of the Sustainable Square Mile in West Woodlawn. And I'm here today representing Blacks and Green. We operate under a philosophy that only a whole system solution can solve the whole system problem common to Black communities everywhere.
In Chicago, when the pandemic shut down, our air quality did not go down. We were an outlier in the nation. What it's going to take on transportation in particular to shift to a much more sustainable, safe, and equitable way of getting around is going to take a lot more.
The people that are on the ground, the climate advocates, are very close to the issues. They can bring up topics and actually elevate those topics to the ear of the president.
Thinking about, it feels like there's a little bit of a gap here where we did the hard legwork to get the commodity costs down, but where is that infrastructure money coming from so they can do the retrofit? So we're trying to figure that out at the state level, but I think also brainstorming a bit about what are some of the federal resources we can tap into there, because if we do move forward with something in the hydrogen economy, it would be great to figure out that partnership with the state and federal.
You know, it's very easy to say, oh, well, it's like a 10% adder in the tax credit, and that just sort of washes over people, and they're like, oh, it's 10% adder. I have no idea what you're talking about. But think about it this way. If you have a $100 million project and you were gonna get a $30 million tax credit, if you're doing that project in a place that used to have a coal plant that's retired, you get an extra $10 million. You know, not only did we have a couple hundred rollbacks that we had to deal with, get back to level set, but we also managed, in the middle of all of it, to pass the largest infrastructure bill in the history of this country, an infrastructure bill that actually, I think, reflects our values, and then a bill, $370 billion of which is aimed at the crisis of climate change. We should celebrate what we've accomplished in the last 2 years, and here's the reason why. If you don't recognize the policies that you've been working on, in many cases for decades, present in what we've done at the federal level, if you don't see the fact that, Brian and the crew come into Washington and pushing the advantage in Congress, if you don't see the impact of that, you don't tell that story to the people you work with every day, what they feel is that they were courageous enough to get involved in the process, but then maybe nothing happened. And that breeds cynicism. And that's the greatest barrier to progress on all the issues we care about. So I think it's important, just as we keep pushing for more, that we also celebrate what we've accomplished together, and that you recognize what you inputted into that and help tell that story, because we got to fight the cynicism.